Welcome in, guys. It is a little earlier today. We are starting off the stream. It is not even 3 o'clock my time. Got out of work a little early, so I figured hopefully get on here for some of you people who watch it late to get in and actually watch the stream, all the way through. Hopefully everyone's having a good week so far. Starting at 68.31. Not going to push Naga again because yesterday was an absolute train wreck trying to, I don't know, Naga suck. That's all I've got. That's alright though. We'll just go with the flow and hopefully come up with some awesome combos. They did, so we got a patch, we got Dozy Whelp in the game again. And they made those, I think the two that Denathrius, the rules. We are starting with a Denathrius right away. Doesn't even matter. Not even going to do the reroll because we play Denathrius when he shows up. That is my one tried and true rule. The two anomalies for making the trinkets earlier, those got changed, so they are no longer as often. So hopefully we'll see some of the better anomalies. I honestly don't know why they don't just make all of them in equal chance. I guess that would just make too much sense. At the start of every turn, choose from 2 new rewards. Summon 15 minions. Anybody? We did have somebody go to 2 right away. Buy 6 minions. I'm gonna go with that one. Go 1 on the field, 2 on the field. Let's sell that off.
Let's step up our game. Don't tell the others. I'm rooting for you.
Alright, tier 2 minions.
Rough battle. Pick yourself.
Well, I say I don't want to play Naga, but right off the bat we get a Thaumaturgus and a Zesty Shaker. We can buy both of them. Johnny, how's it going? I like this new top fan thing that we got going on here. I don't know what it is, but that's cool. Let's do Beasts, Mechs, Murlocs, Naga, and Pirates.
Don't tell the
Alright.
others.
Froze that just in time. That's alright. We're gonna lose this round. A night shift today. Just came to work. Man, the one day I switch up the schedule, huh? Well, I suppose if you have the ability to watch while you're at work, though, it's pretty awesome. What are we thinking? Gotta start buffing up that turtle, so let's go attack there. And I'm gonna do the alley cat. And we'll get that snapper as well. One forfeit already. I don't really blame him. Instant Warband's actually kind of a lame anomaly, but... What's the secret? What's the secret, Johnny? Oh my gosh. Top of this coffee cup. I went with 2 coffees today. Fair enough. Hey, we're gonna finish that right away. Buy both those pirates. And what do we got? Beasts. Almost everyone's tier 3. What did they have? This is nice to buff up that Snapjaw right now. Let's do Mana Saver. We'll get the quest completed and Cry Foul. We're going against beasts, so we can do another set of beasts right now. Look at that. Frantic Alarmabot. I'm actually going to keep that. You can slap that on the Metallic Hunter, which would just be super good early for us. At least we reduce the damage to 5. Could have been 10. But we could get another Hungry Snapshot with Cry Foul. We also have 7 mana to work with. Let's buy that. Ancestral Automaton with Divine Shield right away. And we do get the Snapjaw. Now, let's put this Hunter first. And I'm just going to go up a tier. Something like that. You know when you get a straw and it just like... straw just isn't right? Let's try it the other way. It almost feels like it wants to break. The other way around's a little better. First world problems, right? When you're sitting at home playing Hearthstone and your straw just isn't right. Come on, hit this pirate. Yeah! Alright. Buffing up those turtles nicely. And that's a win. Ugh. That's rough. That is absolutely rough. Let's go with Souvenir Stand. I think we'll make it until... I mean, we get a free win here. We're on turn 6. We got 3 turns to our greater, so... But, since we get a free win on this round, let's definitely go up a tier. I don't know if he had a minion right away, but... I assume he just quit right off the bat. Yeah, Hades is a quitter. That checks out. Gold Grubber Portrait. What do we got here? Splinter. Token of the Old Gods. Yogg. Gritty Portrait. Pretty awesome. Gold Grubber. Token as well. We got Souvenir Stand. Everyone's... I mean, double token... Pirate, pirate. Kind of random. You get 2 randoms, 2 pirates, and 2 tokens. Which mixed beasts. It would have been a choose. It was summon 15 minions, and it was to complete it. And then it was choose from one of 2 random rewards every turn. Last time I chose that one, though, it, like, with Denathrius, with trinkets, it, like, wigged out the whole game, and I couldn't see. I was using, like, the panda or something. I don't know. It messed everything up, though. Hey, Hungry Snapjaw. Yeah, let's get a tier 5. See what we get. 2028. Tier 5. Let's go with the strategist, I guess. It's not a bad minion. It gives us value here. Going against pirates in the next turn. That gets to buff up our whole field. Bird Buddy would not be bad for our field right now. Forest Rover with Divine Shield would also not be bad if we went with a Battle Cry combo. I don't know, we'll see what Souvenir Stand has to give us. Death Rattle right there. It's kind of an odd... Man. I don't really know what the point in his field just was. I see that, I mean, the Shimmermoth makes sense, but the pirates, I don't know. Kind of all didn't exactly make sense. However, we got the Rylak Forest Rover combo. We got Careful Investment. Let's get rid of that Mana Saber. I'm going to buy both.
I like where you're going with this.
Extra gold value. Alright. Another Forest Rover with Divine Shield. Let's get rid of Strategist. Buy Forest Rover. Everything buffed up. And a Bird Buddy with the Divine Shield on it as well. That's... something like that. Yeah, that should work pretty well. Got Bird Buddy putting in that work. Alright, what is our Greater Trinket? It's actually working pretty well. I don't mind the Mirror Shield. I actually think it's kind of good. It's... oh, wow. Okay. Beetle Band, Avenge 6, summon 2 5/5 beetles, and give them Taunt. And we get 2 copies of it. So, on an Avenge 6, we get 4 beetles.
Exactly what you were looking for.
That is going to be incredibly strong. What am I looking for? Double Death Rattles. We kind of need tier 6, right? Or tier 5, rather. Well, we have Drakari and the Marquee Ticker. So I kind of want to do something like this for now. Honestly, I'm gonna do that too. It's an extra minion. We can put Drakari Enchanter first.
I think you can win this thing.
The nice thing is, if they have Blade Collector, it won't kill our Forest Rover ever because it's got Divine Shield. So we kind of circumvent the biggest flaw with this whole pirate combo because of that. So we get all those beetles. They die. We get 3 more sets of beetles. And they're just gonna grow and grow.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
But Shimmermoth would definitely be a nice buff to our field. Each one against pirates.
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
And we're going against tier 6 pirates. Why is everyone? Pirates, Murlocs, pirates, Murlocs, beast. Alright. Thorn, Spirit Walker. If we win this round well, we can take him out right off the bat. Almost kind of makes more sense to save Cry Foul for right now, so we'll do that. I'll put the Marquee Ticker first, too. Maybe that. Don't really care if the Drakari gets killed, but...
Everyone's gunning for you. Watch out.
Oh, you're talking about, yeah, it's Avenge 3. But yes, that would definitely be a good add-on to the team. The nice thing is, our turtle here is just getting nice and big. Look at that. We do need to ramp our beetles up, though. The progenitor. The ruined progenitor or something like that. Alright, so we got beasts, a planar telescope, sprightly scarab. That'll help with the Rylak. If we can get double death rattles, that works too. I actually think this is more of a tier 5 than a tier 6 combo. Shimmermoth isn't bad. I mean, nothing's good if we don't get it on the field, right? But come on. We need the beasts. Anything. Anything for beasts.
Hire one of these recruits.
That works, maybe. I mean, it's not really what I was looking for. Gentle Stag. I mean, it's something when you summon a minion in combat. Marquee Ticker. Grab the Stag. Do Reborn on the Rylak. What are we going against? Murlocs. Another Rylak. Honestly, wouldn't mind getting another Rylak out on the field. Buff up our turtle a little bit.
I'll make sure these ones stick around for next time. Let's see if you can stay.
It's not terrible. Ooh, that is a fancy Merc Brine. He doesn't have anything that summons with the hand, though. Power up those beasts a little more. Honestly, the fact that the Hungry Snapjaw could take a hit from Brand, though. Oh, yeah, it does. You're right. I guess we should have used the Boon of the Beetles, huh? We made it in the top 5. It's not going terribly. You are right about the stag. It is only like the first. So let's grab this little swap there. Drakari is no longer necessary either since we got rid of the mech. There's the Titus Rivendare. And another Titus Rivendare.
Down a minion and up a goal.
Let's do the double Titus. Just to make sure we survive it, I will do a Boon of the Beetles as well. Does Reborn happen before Boon of the Beetles? Constant! What's going on? Yeah, I know. I decided to stream early today. I got out of work a little early too. But decided to stream early, so hopefully you guys will be able to get in. I know usually get into the stream right before you have to go to bed, so... If I didn't have to work till 3:30 my time normally, but I've been working out in between. I suppose I could work out after the stream, but kind of I feel like I'd lose my gusto as the day went on. All right. Well, that answers that. The Rylak comes back with the Reborn. Beetles are already up to 30. Much better. We could probably drop the Hungry Snapjaw for the Progenitor if we can get it out on the field quickly. It'd be good. We'll just have to have it hopefully die last. Wow, this is freaking close. 1, 3, 3, 8, and 10. Alright. Rivendare triple. Rylak triple. Having 2 Rylaks is technically better unless we can get another... We also get a tier 6 out of it though. I'm going to say let's keep the Rylak separate. Game really wants us to grab the triple of Rylak, though. Another Forest Rover. It does look like we could get a triple.
Oh, you're moving up in the world.
Wow, Mecha Demon. You know what? Why not? Summons extra minions. Probably should have put it like at the end here, but. Oh my. Oh yeah, 408, 273. Easy peasy, huh? I think we lost. Got the whole Pirate Beetle comp going. Two knowledge check tests for work. +0. We tied for 4th. Yeah. Passed with almost perfect. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. It was kind of a, we didn't even get Progenitor to pop up once. That was a, kind of an odd one. Didn't see Progenitor, didn't see a Macaw. Demons, Elementals, Mechs, Pirates, Quillbore. What do you guys think of Millhouse? Because we're already going to get 2 tier 6 minions from that. We can kind of use Millhouse to ramp. I didn't get blasted. I came in 4th. It's not that bad. It could have been so much worse. I suppose not. Honestly, I feel like in a lot of cases that's probably not for the worst, but yeah, 0 MMR. Not that I really care about the MMR, but top 3 or bust. You could get top 3 and tie with, like, you could, yeah, theoretically get top 3 and what, tie with 3 other people, and you could lose MMR still. Because there could be 5 or 6 people, and you could lose with 2 other people. Or, sorry, there could be 5 people, somebody could lose against the dead guy, and then 2 of you could lose otherwise, and you could end up in the, right? 3 of you could lose in the top 5, yeah. Hey, if it happens, it happens. Honestly, I feel like I die with people all the time. I hold on just long enough. We hold on long enough to come in 4th with somebody else. Otherwise, 4th could be a +1. It just depends on whether you get a +1, +0, or -1. It is dependent on the MMR of everybody, right? Jeez. Yeah, that'll do it. let's do 1, 2, 3. Get a random one. Yeah, something like that. This guy's tier 3 already. He's gonna have like nothing on his field.
I think you can win this thing.
Bird apocalypse. Is that where you're at now? 6.8? That's where I am. Something like that. 6.8, 6.9, somewhere in that ballpark. Alright, Enchanted Lasso. Go up a tier. Steal 1. Let's do... Sell, sell. Drop the elemental. Get the triple. Tier 3. Let's go with the Arcanatron. Why not? Let me get another tier 3. Wildfire. Look at that. Golds for days. That was an amazing turn.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, if there's 5 people, someone loses to the dead guy, and then... right? Yeah, someone loses to the dead guy, and then the other 2 people lose to the top 2. Or whatever. Yeah, honestly, the anomalies are always really hit or miss. Whew, 1 cost strike oil? Absolutely. Free gold.
It's not the strongest, but it'll fight.
2 costs, sells for 3. One more turn, Patient Scout, 2 tier 6s. I don't know what we're going for. I feel like mechs are... Cool Boar. They'll have good tier 6s. Elemental tier 6s are kinda only as good as your ramp so far has been. Mechs are always good. Just the Drust and Pirates, basically, for I feel. And Cool Boar. Yeah. Cool Boar and Elemental are only as good as how far you've ramped up so far. Yeah, I do for the enjoyment factor. Splinter of Aurum. Did we go Splinter? We're gonna sell Patient Scout this turn anyway. Do we just, like, get a new field? The Genie is... What do we do? Genie or Drust? What do you guys think? Elementals, Pirates, pick. Go. You're not picking fast enough. Elementals? What's going on, Brian? Well, we're going to have to get rid of the entire field, so it's not really going to matter. Oh, no, mech. Ugh. I'm going to go with the Electron anyway. Alright, let's see. I'm just going to drop it for the Elemental. Sand Swirler is awesome. And then let's do... Golden Bran Bronzebeard. Magnetize. Oh my gosh. What do we even have going on here right now? I mean, Bran is awesome. Just... I'm just buying those to get him kind of on the field. We definitely have the setup for elementals now. Ah, that guy went with the Splinter too. This guy's got the gold tier 5 as well. Well, we're taking 10 there. Not a big deal. Alright, so... Kinda need tier 5 for double end of round effects. I grabbed the Genie, but... I'm thinking Mex is kind of the way we're gonna go here. Electron with a Rickety and an Interpreter. Yeah. Kind of what I'm thinking too. Only downside is mechs don't really work very well with Bran for the most. I mean, they're not bad, but it's not amazing either. Let's see what we get. Well, and then we get those two side by side as well. The game's just tormenting us. It's like, do it. Go end of round mechs. And then it's like, but also, here's the end of round elementals too. Honestly, the Rickety Repair Bot and the Electron with having an interpreter on the field, it's just solid. Once we hit tier 6, the Rickety Repair Bot can start slapping Dr. Booms on himself. I don't care about the Rover. I don't care about the Rover just because we'll have to get double attacks on it just to get one extra mech. I'd rather have more Rickety Repair Bots. I think next turn the focus is going to be going to tier 6. Normally the focus wouldn't be like rushing tier 6, but Grease Fire. Auto Assembler. Yeah, let's go tier 6. Let's sell the Cinder. Look at all the elementals. If we get anything to use the Bran Battlecry, I'm kind of thinking that a lot of the Battlecry minions, I'd say a lot, the Battlecry minion for mechs wouldn't be bad. The mech demon there. We can get triple mecha demons with Bran on the field. Let's see. I don't even exactly remember what we got. Yeah, the only options we have are Mecha Jiraxis, Powered Up, and Dr. Boom. There are almost no other battle cries, though. We could go with, like, triple on the battle cry for Tavern Spells. Triple on a Genie, maybe, just for gold value. I know. It's literally telling us to play elementals, but... It's telling us to play elementals, but mechs can ramp so well. Either way, we're going to need to get double end of round effects. Yikes. Another Grease Fire. Yeah. Apparently we just really... Well, the guy's in first, but... Apparently we picked this wrong. Let's go against him. Give us the dead guy. Give us a chance. Wow, Arcane Behemoth. Guiding Candle. That's probably the way to go. Another Rickety. Okay, that's a ton of value, and I think that works out in our favor. 2 Mecha Jiraxis. That is going to be all the Mecha Demons. I'm going to do a second one just so we can hopefully get a triple. Which we do. Let's get triple down. That's not great. Let's do the Nightmare Party Guest.
Always trust and trust.
Another Electron.
That'll do some damage.
Anima detected.
I don't think it's enough, but maybe. He did over high roll us. And he got the Drakari portrait, as is greater. Probably would have been better for us than Guiding Candle, but Drakari is definitely mandatory for this build. This guy's got tier 4 pirates, though. I don't know how... repeat. He's got... I don't know. Yeah, we'll see what happens. This is gonna be real close. Not that real close, I suppose. If this goes down the line... Nah, we're still out. We would have needed to kill like everything but the 2. But we went right into that with our biggest minions. Yeah, right. The only reason I didn't want to necessarily well, see, if I'd picked elementals, we would have had everything show up in the tavern that wasn't elementals. We tried to go elementals, and then they were like, here's a wicked good tavern of... Yeah, that's true. The golden brand with elementals would have been awesome. But all the elementals that we saw were like Blazing Grease Fire. We still needed double end of round effects for them. Like, we had double end of round effects for days. They didn't even get any of the... We never saw another, aside from the one elemental with Battle Cry, we didn't even see any other ones. We had one of the tier 1 elemental and then one of the tier 6 elementals. So, we didn't really get anything that worked with Bran. Didn't even see the tier 5 for getting extra tavern spells. Die Cope. But Goldenizer, Elemental Mech, Murloc, Pirates, Quillbore. What do you guys think? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Right down the line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Patch. I saw Patch first. Johnny beat you to it. Yeah, right? Honestly, I was okay with all of them. I feel like Patchwork can, I don't know, can always be a bit of a nightmare to play, but if we can rush tier 5 pretty quick and get Quillbore going, granted, Murlocs are kind of like the anti-elemental pirates and Quillbore.
The battle is really raging out there.
Edwin's not that bad. He can be fun to play.
That one might make all the difference.
That was kind of dumb. If I'd kept that coin and bought a Sunbacon, we could have had 2. And then next turn we could have gone to tier 2 and grabbed a Sunbacon for a triple. Huh, too little, too late. Elementals. He tied with Elementals. He could have either the Dune Dweller or the other one. Saving the Goldenizer for a tier 5, though. Yeah, at least we tied.
I've got some fresh recruits for you.
Patient Scout.
It's good to get some minions in play.
Extra gold next turn, and let's grab the Scout.
I'll do what I can.
Saving for a 5 can be greedy, but you also only need, if we were to get tier 4 and drop, like if we just waited 1 turn, we'd take damage, but we're patchwork for a reason. If you just take the, what, up to 20 damage, you can hit tier 4 and then drop the gold. Yeah. That actually worked out pretty well. We take 3 damage, whatever. Take 3 damage and still have almost 20 more health than them.
The battle is really raging out there.
I'm feeling like we should push Quilboar.
Yeah, let's step up our game.
I would love to do like I don't know, like 2 gold profit of the boar or something and just ramp, you know, the what is the lesser trinket? Hold on. I'll figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out. Trinkets. Lesser trinkets. I think it's a lesser. Maybe it's a greater. It's like every time you play 5 spells, cast a blood gem on all your minions or something like that. I think it's a greater, actually. That's bright. Blah, blah, blah. Like watching what's happening on my side screen. Yeah, after you cast 5 spells, play 2 blood gems on all your minions. You could do that pretty freaking easily if you had like 2 profits and you just started rotating minions through.
Any defeat that doesn't destroy you makes you strong.
I'm planning on nothing right now. What did we just go against? Mixed. We're just gonna push tier. If we can sell Patient Scout for a tier 5 choice, but I don't know why I closed the Battlegrounds wiki. If we can get the Pokey Thorn Mantle, like right away, we would need to get him. Drop Pokey Thorn Mantle, slap Goldenizer on it. That is enough to ramp blood gems quick. Yeah, we're going Mad Greed on this one. Either way, we get a tier 5 minion choice, and we'll be tier 5 at this. Oh, wait. Yeah. Woo! Look at that. 10 damage taken. Ooh. Yeah, I haven't done that at all yet. Oh my gosh. Splinter's terrible for us right now. One battle cry each turn triggers next time. We could do Token of the Old Gods. I think Token is the play. Of course, we don't have a tier 4 in the shop, so that doesn't help. Really? That's kind of terrible. I'm gonna grab the rodeo performer though.
Come on down.
Cascade away.
I just kind of grab that for gold value next turn. We're gonna have to figure out whatever we're doing next turn. We could turn the rodeo performer into a 6. And I grabbed the Tad for extra gold value next turn, but we got the token, so we can slap that on him. I don't know what 6 we're gonna end up with, but
You're doing great out there.
oh, I probably shouldn't have had that on a rodeo performer if I was gonna sell him. We get a tier 5 and a tier 6, so we'll play it by ear based on what we get. And hopefully we don't take 15 on the next turn. That is kind of the big goal, is to not take max damage next turn.
How's it going out there?
So sell that. Do we just make Brand gold and roll with it? Why not? Let's make Brand gold. Let's turn this into a tier 5 of choice. Battle Cry for extra Murlocs. Let's go up a tier. Drop Bubble Gunner. Drop Primal Fin. That is 3 Murlocs up to tier 5. Oh, that's kind of perfect, actually. Sell the Prophet. We'll grab the Wanderer. That is a big field real quick.
Battle, friend.
Perfect. See? Easy win. And we get our Greater Trinket. We were kind of staring, not getting our Greater Trinket in the face. It worked. Worked fairly flawlessly. Actually, Armor Stash is nice too. We're also tier 5, so we have tier 6 access. Murkbrine might not be a bad idea. Let's get both of those.
That's quite the army you're building, friend.
Come on, give us something. If that was Battle Cry, that'd be lovely. Choose one, really should be Battle Cry. We get the battle cry to strengthen our tavern spells. Or the Hacker Fin. If we get Hacker Fin, triggers as an end of round effect to trigger the battle cry. I think that works to trigger that 3 times, right? Nice full round win streak. Be a shame if we used Bran. Bran is the only reason. We don't even need Young Murkai if we get... Ooh. Maybe we do go with the Guiding Candle. We can go with... Yeah, Guiding Candle. Merc Brine.
Better hire a recruit while you can. That'll do some damage. You're down a minion and up a goal.
Sweet. Another Hacker Fin. I wish we had like an all here. Could actually do that. Which one do we get rid of? Doesn't really matter, right? Taunt. Yeah, I don't care about taunt. Do Merc Brine. Buy the Hacker Fin.
That'll do some damage.
And then magnetize that on here. I was like, maybe not. This guy got elementals. Something like that, just in case. It's kind of a weird combo, but works for now. Extra battle cries helps the Reckless Cliff Diver too.
Doing great out there.
And we one-tap the Behemoth. Look at that, easy. And we're freaking killing it. Nice 7 freaking elementals, Behemoth. Maybe we, I don't know. New combo unlocked, yeah, right? And the Apprentice Sephin, which is kind of a... I feel like he's just super good no matter what, right? That is a ton of value right there. Alright, so I'm going to sell... I'd like to keep the Hacker Fins, but... meh. Alright, so... Genie. 3 elementals. I'm kind of just powering up the Cliff Diver here. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of the Mexadraxis.
Down a minion and up a goal.
Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4 for the triple.
That's a great play. I can't wait to see this shake out.
I guess, like, what in the hell is he doing? That is now we get 6 more elementals.
Down a minion and up a goal.
even know what the hell I'm doing right now. I see all the battle cries and I want them. Did I freeze the tavern? Maybe. Alright. I don't even really want Genie, but maybe we make it a less impressive Genie. Not really sure what's happening right now. Merkbrine's kind of buffing stuff up, but it's not really my... I hope you guys are as confused as I am, because I have no idea what's going on right now.
Now we're in business. Let's see if you can stay on top.
My master plan's gonna come together. Eventually. Yep. I didn't switch to elementals last time, so elementals it is. Nothing was really making sense there. This is just an absolute cluster of... I don't even know what's going on right now. But we got into the top 5 with it. We still can't lose on this next turn.
Raging out there.
And now we have a lot of elemental power. Localar. I'm actually going to get rid of the Reckless Cliff Diver now. Oh my.
You're down a minion and up a goal. You're down a minion and up a goal. There's no turning back. That's what I would do. Turning back down. Better hire a recruit while you can. I didn't like that one either. Here's a goal for the trouble.
I mean, did that work? I'm still kind of trying to figure out if that actually worked. don't think we have the attack. We don't have quite the attack we need yet. But we did survive. Not that we couldn't have died anyway, but... We're going against a dead guy. So we got a freebie turn here. That's going to be the... That's extra gold value. I'm not gonna lose to the ghost. My goodness. And if I do, then I deserve it. Look at that, we got a local R triple. Maybe we can get another Unleashed Elemental triple. No, no such luck. There it is. I guess I didn't really want that, but we get a free refresh anyway. We got health for days. We're only getting... We don't have any bonus attack. But we'll make our whole field, like, a stupid amount of attack, and then he's got that Arcane Behemoth, so if we go against him, just get, like, one Leroy to counter him.
You're good at this. I didn't like that one either. Here's a gold for the trouble.
See, those two glowing cinders would work pretty well. A triple on glowing cinder? Get taunt on that. It'll up the attack we gain. What's she got? Murlocs? Guess we'll see. Honestly, that one glowing cinder, just it dying one time is massive for our attack increases. Maybe. We have a lot of Venomous. I mean, not Venomous, a lot of Divine Shield. And he's got to be running Venomous for it to really matter. Which he's not. He's got one Venomous. They're big. Never mind. He went hand size build. That's one of the first times I've ever seen the hand size build. Lizard fish. Pretty much. Hey. That's cool. He ramped like crazy. I think if we'd gone against anybody else... if we'd gone against the other two, we would have been alright. But... a tie for fourth. Look at that. +0, 2 games in a row. wasn't terrible. It was enjoyable, at least. Considering I had no idea what I was doing there for, like, 2 turns, I'd say it turned out alright. And it's pretty true. I had no freaking idea what was going on there for a couple turns. Impressive foresight. Early trinkets. That's boring. Let's make it more exciting. Let's see. Demons, elementals, mechs, murlocs again. Ooh. Artanis? Let's go Artanis. That'll make it interesting. You remember that time you were like, Golden Brand, go elementals. I did go elementals. You're like, should have gone elementals, and then I went elementals. They just ramped harder. Feeling like Colossus is the better choice. Sweet.
Have a good battle, friend.
I should have bought the coin. No, I know what the whole combo is. I just, you know, didn't do it. I'm gonna go pee real quick. I will be right back, guys.
Keep up the momentum, friend. Oh, it's okay. We all hit some bumps now and then.
Alright, what are we looking at? What are we looking at? Sorry, I had to pee. Let's go Tad. It's 1 by. Get Ominous Seer and the banana. Yeah, that's if you have the false idols and you get extra gold, it only takes 2 minions.
Doing great out there.
This game's going for Murlocs. I mean, this game's built for mechs. Granted, every time you spend gold, we could pretty much just combo Colossus with anything.
You're good at this.
Mechs beats Murlocs, I feel. In like 9 out of 10 times. It is very hard to get, like, over 12 one-shots. And Mechs scales harder than Murlocs does. Because Murlocs has a cap to how much it can scale in a turn. Mechs doesn't really. Oh, Skyfin. I can buff Colossus, I think. No. what good Murloc combo can beat everything? Especially since mechs have the Divine Shields pretty much across the board. I'm talking like, if you have a perfect run mech and a perfect run Murloc, mechs wins. I don't know if you can hear my cat. He's just like complaining outside the room that he's hungry or something. It's not even their mealtime yet. Let's go with the second greater trinket. We can use Scourfin for now, right? Six cards left. English hard. Are a blaster away from defeat? Oh, you're talking like the... Well, yeah, but blaster will mix up somebody else's field too. Like if you're using blaster, it's gonna mess with Murlocs too, because half of Murlocs, it's about, I mean, you use Divine Shield on them too, especially with like if you have one or two like bubble gunners ramping up, or the other one there, the Sephin. But blaster's gonna break up both combos. I think it would affect, especially if you go with, like, if you have death rattles on your mechs to summon, like, automatons as a backup plan. If you're going straight Venomous Murloc to do, like, tons of clears, just automaton summons will completely counter that. But if you're going with a high roll, like, stat stacking Murloc, mechs are stronger. All you need is, like, a couple Dr. Booms on your minions, and like if you have one or two Dr. Boom on all your minions, which is not that hard to do, whatever his name is, the new mech there, for end of round, but the a magnetize on all your minions, that's just crazy stat gain. Undeads. 6 left.
I specialize in elven mech relations.
Mechs. I'll show you. I'll show you the mech potential, because there's going to be a bunch of nerds going Murlocs. Actually, Undeads definitely takes out Murlocs too. Just mass summoning. I would not play Murlocs in an Undead lobby, especially... I mean, not many people are going to go Undeads, but that's another... just being able to summon a bunch and grow in power, which Undeads does well, kind of counters... This guy, though. Holy field. Apparently we're slow to the ramp-up party.
I've got some fresh
I didn't take any deep breaths. Get 5 different magnetic mechs of any tier? Guys, what do we go here? I've never seen turbocharged drill. That's pretty legit. Or electromagnetic device. What do we feel? This is a one-off. But any tier... I don't want Paggle. Paggle. The start of each turn, get another. I mean, it's not terrible, I guess. Book of Medivh. No. It's like the one I wouldn't play with what we have on the field. We got mechs going here already. And one Arcanatron's not really enough for me to... I've never heard of this, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the gamble. We got a Dr. Boom. Mech Gnome Interpreter. I'm going to sell Bubble Gunner. Go up a tier. Drop the Interpreter. Tier 5. Ugh. Ah.
You're doing great out there.
Nailed it. And he comes back with all them stats. And by all them stats, I mean a couple.
Your minions really pulled their weight.
Oh yeah, we got... That's a greater trinket. That actually makes sense. I kind of forgot that that was a greater. Curator sticker with mechs. Absolutely. 2 free 2020s. And we gotta get tier 6 quickly, so let's do that. I'll go with the free golden touch. Save it for a rainy day. What do you mean mechs are low tier? I call shenanigans. That is not true. Mechs are so good. Murlocs can gain massive stats, but the amount that a Murloc can gain is capped out. Like, unless you have, like, the perfect trinket combo to, like, ramp them. I feel like I always get max. I feel like every time I'm trying for... I mean, the end of round mech to equip Dr. Boom's a little lacking on there sometimes. But as far as just, like, finding Dr. Boom, I feel like I get him all the time. I don't know Jeef. I mean, I know of Jeef, but... Why? He's fine. I'm hoping to get a Dr. Boom that I can make golden to have another Dr. Boom on the field. Dr. Boom is an amazing minion with Reborn to have because he himself is strong for magnetizing it throughout the game. Yeah, I'm just going to go up a tier again. Yeah, I guess we'll buy the last card for Colossus.
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
Hand buff Murloc? Isn't that so dependent on what you get, though? Like, what minions are you buffing? Because you have the tier 6, which you have to buff, you know, the tier 6 minion. You have to get the tier 6 Murloc to buff. You could buff up the one that summons at the beginning of the turn, but in order for that to actually work, you have to have less minions on your field. And then you have the tier 4 one that, again, you have to get that one tier 4. It just doesn't work. I was actually thinking about saving eyes until we get the other mech there, the end of round 1. We can do eyes on mismatch. We're actually doing pretty well. We're going against the guy in last place right now. What's he got? Elementals? Yeah, I'm gonna grab the eyes next turn. We have plenty of strength. And we're tier 6 now, so. It goes up in damage when you spend gold. Every instance of spending gold works though, so. All you need is Mercbrine. Mercbrine's a tier 6! It's like saying all you need for mechs is a Dr. Boom. He's still a tier 6. I mean, you can just totally dead draw on the refreshes.
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
Grab lost stuff for next turn. I'm not gonna golden for the sake of goldening. No, I mean, it will maximize the Dr. Boom, but any magnetic still powers him up. But like, you can use the tier 4 end of round, that gives magnetics. All kinds of things give magnetic, or all kinds of things are magnetic. Those all buff Dr. Boom. You can go with, I don't know. I said Murlocs are good, but you can't do all the combinations of Murloc like at once. You can't have a crazy powerful field and have Venomous on all your minions. So you either have to pick Power or you have to pick Venomous. You can have a couple, like 1 or 2 Venomous, but it's not going to be the whole field.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
And if you're going for like raw stats, I mean, like in this lobby, demons can be higher, elementals can be higher, mechs can be higher. Murlocs are not what I would go with for high stats. They do have a pretty nice setup. Granted, Adaptive Ancestors kind of balls for that, but. Mechs are like set it and forget it though. For Golden Brand to work with Murlocs, you have to keep playing, and you honestly just have to high roll to win. I want. I want that Dr. Boom Golden.
A good tactical choice. It's not the strongest, but it'll fight hard.
So I want that standalone on the field. We got one more turn. We're going against the guy in first. This guy's Undead Lobby. I am a Murloc hater. You know, it's kind of ironic because I have man, that's terrible. Hold on. Stand by. I actually have, I don't know if you can actually see the Murloc. Maybe. Tattooed on my arm. Murlocs are probably stronger now than they've been in a very long time. I still just don't like playing them. I think they're so lame. Like, overall. I think it's just kind of a... something about them. Wow. Okay, so we went against this guy on the turn. He's ramping. Joke's on him. We couldn't even kill his minions, so he didn't ramp as much as he could have. No. Murlocs have definitely, like, up until they got buffed recently, and up until that, they were kind of poop.
That'll do some damage.
You gotta be kidding me.
That's what I would have picked. Scared to death.
Well, we're going against the dead guy, so I have hope that we can just survive this round. Since we were the ones who killed him, apparently. When was that? 3 rounds ago. So we're gonna win. A gold Dr. Boom with Reborn on him is better. Otherwise, you would just put a regular Dr. Boom 3 times. Regular Dr. Boom 3 times is definitely way better than a gold Dr. Boom. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Constant, thanks for stopping by, man. Always awesome to have you in here. And I'm glad I could stream a little earlier so you could make it.
Have a good battle, friend. You're good at this. Go ahead and hire one of these recruits. I like where you're going with this.
What are we going against? Murlocs?
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
I'm not friends with either of you guys. Can we play in the same lobby of 8, or does it have to be duos? Fair enough. Sure. I mean, it's kind of like you get to see my whole field, though. Isn't that kind of unfair? You get to see what shenanigans I'm doing. You can hard counter me. This Colossus is not really doing justice here.
Don't tell the others. I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, but then you don't get to watch the stream, man. Yikes. Sinrunner Balanches. And an epic tie for 5th. Watch, we'll tie for 3rd. Or 4th, rather. Nope, tie for 5th. Okay, happens. Stream snipe. Here, I'll add you. Does that even work? It like froze and they gave up. Does that actually matter for Hearthstone? Beast, Murlocs, Naga, Quilboar, Undead. We get a free Golden Tier 5 on turn 7. Does rushing Tier 4 with at least Starseeker like actually work well? Try it. Usually I'm totally against at least Starseeker.
Hey, my favorite commander.
Perfect. Alley Cat. That is exactly what we need to rush tier. We will be tier 4 on turn 4. Now we can start using Lead Explorer. For what, though? Isn't Elemental tier 3?
Have a good battle, friend.
Now. Oh no, Elemental is tier 2. Wasn't it tier 3 earlier in the season? I think it was tier 3 earlier in the season and they dropped it back down.
Rough battle.
There's something weird about it for a while there.
Turn it around. Great. I can bring in more powerful minions now. You can still make a comeback.
We can still all be friends.
Welcome back.
You guys are just gonna like kick the crap out of each other in lobbies over and over again.
I didn't like that one either. Here's a gold for the trouble.
Every time I rush tier, it does not work out well, so maybe this will be a little different than normal. We're gonna find out. Constant, I'll catch you later. I'll be on tomorrow, as per normal. as per usual, normal, whatever. For anyone who doesn't know, that is stopping by for the first time, we go live every day of the week. It's usually around now, actually, is when I would usually go live. A little later, depends on what the day has in store. But if you hit subscribe and turn on your notifications, you'll know when I go live, whenever it is. It does vary a little bit because of real life. It's kind of lame.
The battle is really raging out there.
Got. Hey, look at that! I got us a new friend. Yeah, you are all like grayed out. Well, well, well. Don't be saying weird stuff in stream, though. However, you now have a direct line to direct message me if I'm not reading something you said. Don't abuse it. Alright, next turn. We got our lead explorer.
Don't tell the others.
I want the spell, so once we decide what we're going with here. I think it's going to be discover a minion, and we're just going to build a team off of whatever we get. First minion, tier 4.
How's it going out there?
Let's build a team on it. I feel like Bonkers is the best one. Cave Hydra, I don't really see a way to make a team out of Cave Hydra, but Bonker works. Bonker, Chef's Choice. Firework Fanatic is nice for ramping. Especially if you have two of them.
I'll make sure these ones stick around for next time.
And that is awesome. That is an awesome setup already. We got the Bonker with the Corrupted Bristler. I'm going to grab a second Firework Fanatic. And it's whenever you get a minion you already have. So we can do Planar Telescope as well, potentially. We need a way to buff our blood gems up, but what if you just went with like a Firework Fanatic, Firework Fanatic, and just kept buying the same minion over and over again? Sorry, we can't die in the next turn, so it's all good. We will get our treasure hoard.
I've got some fresh recruits for you.
Monstrous Macaw. Oh. Let's go with the Bartendatron. Helps us with our Explorer, lead Explorer. We just go with, let's go with Humongous.
I like where you're going with this.
If we get any duplicates, it's gonna buff him up, and he's got the Divine Shield, so it's decent. Next turn, our Tavern upgrade will only be 2, 1, 1. Even better. Reduce the cost of upgrading the Tavern by 3 at the start of each turn. Repeat this, and it goes down by 1 anyway. So next turn will be Tier 5, Lead Explorer. So 3 cost total for a Tier 5 guaranteed minion. We get our Golden Tier 5 minion, which is a guaranteed Tier 6. No one else, I think, is even going to be close to doing that without pretty much using their entire turn to do it. Yeah. Be good. But if we don't pull out a nice big field here, we're going to lose. I think it's worth it. We'll go against Curator. Yeah. It's like the worst possible option we'd have. Titus Rivendare, I guess. Upgrade. We got the Tortolin as well. That's extra gold. I know what we've got going on here. Alright, 3 low Quillbore. See what our tier 6 is real quick. Could this get any more like terrible? Yeah, we'll go 3 low Quillbore. I mean, we have the gold Titus Rivendare. We got 3 low Quillbore. We just have not touched our blood gems in strength right now. And a Brand Bronzebeard. We sell off 1 Firework Fanatic. Just to put the Deathly Striker on the field. And I'm actually going to freeze for that Robust Evolution on the Striker.
Have a good battle, friend.
Perfect. Inconvenient, but it's fine. We do win the round. We need something to buff up those blood gems, even if it's just like 1-1 a couple times.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
Robust Evolution. Young Murkai. It's not great. Alright, Prickly Piper.
I like where you're going with this.
That's not bad. That's kind of a combo that we can work with. I'm gonna sell Firework Fanatic. What are we going against? Naga? Let's do that, and then sell the Young Murkai. Well, we're either going to win or we're going to lose, so let's go with Overconfident too. Buff up our blood gems a little bit on an Avenged 4. Kind of hoping that they kill the Prickly Piper first. So that 3 little Quillbore goes off 9 times onto Corrupted Bristler with the increase. Which we do not get. Nope, that was completely unfortunate. It was like the worst possible attack order we could have had. Hey. We tried. At least Starseeker's a huge gamble anyway, but hey, worth the try. The Titus would have worked really well. We just had I didn't even get the tier 4 to give the Blood Gems 1/1. A single 1/1 with 9 Death Rattle Blood Gems on all of our Cool Bore. It literally would have been an astronomical amount of stats compared to what it was. So. No manual tavern upgrades. I feel like Captain Hogger. Demons, mechs, murlocs, naga, and pirates. Can pirates even really combo with anything else here? Not really, but I'm gonna try it anyway. We'll at least get early game advantage if we actually get pirates in the tavern.
Hey, my favorite commander is back. Ready to get started?
Which we don't start with. Are there any pirates that really combo with those? What do pirates have for dual typing? I know pirate elemental, right? I feel like pirates don't have a lot of dual type right now. Yeah, pirate elemental. That is it. The only cross type you have is the one landlubber. I think it's kind of a ripoff.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
Holding my hat.
That one might make all the difference.
I want that busker. Busker is like, it doubles up on gold value. Next turn we'll have 5 gold, 6 because of the busker, and then buying that busker gives us an extra gold. So, get some value there. Can let us do a refresh, try for a different pirate, or triple the busker. That's kind of lame. What is up with these people's names? Red Tooth is about the most normal name out of everybody here.
Raging out there.
DK. I'm assuming these two play together. I hope they both lose. Hey, there we go. Get the triple on the pirates. It's gonna be 3 extra gold next turn.
It's not the strongest, but it'll fight hard. I'll save these.
So at the start of every 2 turns, make an adjacent tier 2 minion golden. We can use that right on that scout, and we will get a tier 6 before everybody else. Famished Fellbat with double end of turn effects.
You're good at this.
Got 9 gold to work with. Patient Scout, you are going to be gold next turn. First mate Pip, extra gold. Wow. Okay. So by the time we are, yeah, we can. So every 2 turns, that's going to be, both these Patient Scouts are going to be tier 6 at the same time. She'll make 1 gold next turn, and then I can make the other one gold 2 turns from then. And we'll be able to sell both of them at the same time. A ton of value.
Have a good battle, friend.
Demons. Wow. Bubble Gunner. So cool. They literally took out all of our strongest minions. If it had hit like anything else, we could have won that.
I've got some fresh recruits for you.
That is extra gold value. There's the Landlubber.
The odds are in my favor.
Okay. That was fast. What were the chances of that? That is like a play of the game kind of move for a Chorl. Not that we planned on playing Murlocs, but maybe hand Murloc is a thing. Would Drust work with a hand Murloc? It's a bit of a stretch, but I'm curious how well that would actually work. We're gonna get a lot of tier 6s with these scouts, as long as we can survive.
Rough battle. Pick yourself back up and turn it around.
Doubloon Grifter, first pirate we buy each turn is free. Amazing. So we're gonna do Starry-Eyed Explorer triple. So we're gonna sell Ominous Seer, Doubloon Grifter. We're gonna do that Starry-Eyed Explorer.
Surely this way is west.
We do Auto Assembler or Rickety Repair Bot? Auto Assembler. I'm gonna hit the Chorl. And Nightmare Party Guest is definitely a better pick there. And we can make both those gold. Sell that off for the Auto Assembler too. Goblin Wallet. Not bad. I think that actually worked out pretty well. Starry-Eyed for both those.
Tell the others, I'm rooting for you.
Kind of need the Grifter to take the Sylvar buffs, but... damage. So I think we're gonna win this next round. Yeah, Murlocs, we lost that round, so golds 4 days. What to sell, though? The auto-assembler is kind of the only logical option for something to sell here. Unless we sell one of the patient scouts for 2 tier 4s. Let's do that. Thieving Rascal. Good pick. Gunpowder Courier, also a good pick. 2 Gunpowder Couriers.
So anyway, I started blasting. So anyway, I started blasting. Better launder than squander.
Better hire a recruit while you can. Have a good battle, friend.
Had to get through all that gold. Nope. 7. We tier 5 now? We are. So, oh no. Next turn we're tier 5.
The battle is really raging out there.
Yeah, Busker, Chef's Choice.
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
When does the real fight start?
A Crown Breaker. Alright. Well, another Thieving Rascal.
Hold to my teeth, hold to my hat.
I like where you're going with this. Oh, you're moving up in the world.
A melody of love.
Too easy. What's going on out here?
Hold tight and pretend it's a flat.
Oh no. Just a hair too slow on that one. Yeah, that might have been it. Yeah, 6 damage to both. Yeah, that's it. Maybe. Yeah. Okay, we took out the... It's close. 10 damage, we still get our greater trinket. We do have a lot of gold to work with here, though.
It's okay. We all hit some bumps.
Faceless Manipulator.
Horrible destruction.
Hey, Johnny, welcome back. Welcome back to this cluster. Not that it's not normally a cluster, but... Because it is.
That's what I would have picked.
Too easy. Too easy.
There's a Drust. Okay.
It's just a trust.
Now we've got a little bit of ground to stand on here.
This area is off limits.
Too easy.
Still use some pirates though. Laureate's not quite what I was thinking there. Defiant Shipwright's definitely more like it.
I wouldn't be caught dead.
You didn't make the cut.
Dead engines.
Down a minion and up a goal. Go big or go home, I always say. You're down a minion and up a goal.
Save it for that.
Have a good battle, friend.
41 health that turn. Thieving Rascal will give us what, an extra 8 gold. Extra 6 gold. Math is hard. That's fine. Alright, this turn's going to be rapid scaling and a lot of pirate purchases.
Nice work out there.
We're just going to buy pretty much every pirate we see and ramp up gold. Except for that one. I don't want it. It's 2 extra pirates.
What's going on out here?
Maybe we can get a Drust. No, no dice. Duel with Corsair is nice.
It's not the strongest, but it'll fight hard.
Doubloon Grifter. Got it.
Better laundered than squandered.
I'll avenge you, Captain.
We still have a lot of gold to burn through in 39 seconds. Not what I meant to grab, that is.
I like where you're going with this. Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
10 gold.
Looks
Just
like you
gonna-
can get a triple.
Hold in my hat.
A melody of love.
Better hire a recruit while you can. You are not
Alright, hey, we got the Gritty Head Hunter. Our field is, he's got one decent, if we can get that one hit right away, we win this round. This is actually kind of a good enough combination to ramp up pirates enough. Another Dastardly Dress would be awesome. But it doesn't look like we're going to be coming in the bottom half anyway. I guess, yeah, no, going against Bran with Demons.
good at this.
We have 40 gold to work with right now.
I wouldn't be caught dead.
Better laundered than squandered. A melody of love. A melody of love.
It's good to get some minions in play.
Favor.
I didn't like that one either. Here's a gold for the trouble.
Because, you know, we needed more gold for next turn.
Down a minion and up a gold.
I started blasting.
I like where you're going with this. I didn't like that one either. Here's a gold for the trouble.
If we can start ramping up one of those pirates, that would be fantastic. Still have a whole lot of gold to spend.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
A melody of love.
39, 197. Or, yeah, 35, 197. Set our biggest minion to 1. It's alright. He's gonna maybe just one. Yeah, he one-shot himself. Perfect. He is out. Lovesick Balladist, just 118 health was what we gave him at the with that Lovesick Balladist. We have a stupid amount of gold, like 50 some odd gold to spend this turn.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure. Hiring that minion will get you a triple. Exactly what you were looking for. Better hire a recruit while you can.
To the bottom of the sea.
Good engines do tell tales.
I like where you're going with this. A good tactical choice. It's good to get some minions in.
Probably could have grabbed that Starry-Eyed. It's fine.
Hold in my hat.
Hmm.
Good engines
It's like a mix of getting rid of stuff as you go and
Looks like you can get a triple. That's what I
we have 46 max gold right now.
I wouldn't be caught dead.
a melody of love.
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits. Better hire a recruit while you can. You're doing great out there.
And we got to go against the dead guy again. The same guy. Yeah, we went against him 2 turns ago. 457. I think that puts us in the top 5. Or top 4, rather. That is going to be our first win. Unless these two magically take out these two. Top 4. We're going against the Voon.
Their weight. Go ahead and hire one of these recruits. Better hire a recruit while you can.
There we go.
It's off limits.
Surely this way is west.
You know, the fact that we haven't seen another copy of the Drust, though. There it is.
Always trust a trust. Nah, you didn't make the cut.
Better launder than squander.
42 seconds.
That one might make all the difference.
I'll avenge you, Captain.
I didn't like that one either. Here's a gold for the trouble.
A melody of love.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
We only made it through, like, half our gold.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
Ah, beautiful. Take out the 2 lethals at once. Is he gonna get more lethals? No. And Voon is dead. venomous win streak. That puts us in the top 2, maybe? And we're going against Demons in the last round. He's probably going to be
Nice workout.
pretty freaking massive too, right?
This area is off limits.
Oh my gosh.
I'll avenge you, Captain.
A melody of love.
It's not the strongest, but it'll fight hard.
This area is off
Another Drust. Another 2 Drust? Yeah, we got at least 1 more Drust.
That'll do some damage.
You didn't take the cut.
That's what I would do.
Oh my gosh.
Melody of love.
Too easy.
The pressure.
What's going on out here? Cascade away.
A melody of love.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
The gold, though. I'll hit over here. That works too. That's a win on that round. We're still in it. Barely. He's ramping up, I think, a lot faster than... I don't know. We only need to win 1 more round. And we just gotta buy and sell pirates to do it.
Nice workout there. Keep up the pressure.
Whoops. That is not something we want to be playing.
It's not the strongest, but it'll fight hard.
Hold in my hat.
You know, we came back from just about losing for this, too.
engines. Do help fails.
So many shapes.
So anyway, I started blasting.
True.
So many shapes.
If we see a Leroy, it's definitely a good buy.
Hire a recruit while you can. You're down a minion and up a goal.
Too easy.
What's going on out here?
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
Good engines.
Oh, crap. There was a Leroy. Well, goofed on that. Hey, there's a Leroy.
Cascade away.
A good tactical choice. I think
Well, we pulled off the Leroy with a taunt over here, so with any luck... Right over here? No? No. Yeah, we get the one-shot on the Venomous. We do the AoE. Hopefully... Oh, that's going to hit over here. I think we actually win this. I think we're going to have the... We're going to have the health. Yep. And that is a tie. Okay. That's a little rougher than I was hoping.
you're raging out there.
I think Blade Collector, go. I'm gonna grab that taunt for another Leroy, hopefully.
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
This area is off limits.
That one might be
I don't want to do golds. I don't really want to deal with the cluster in the hand.
Started blasting.
Just 12 problems away now.
The odds are in my favor. The odds are in
We can get another Leroy.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
That works.
Go big or go home, I always say.
Oh, I should have grabbed the... Sweet.
A melody of love.
I think you can win this thing.
That actually worked out alright. If that hits over here... I tried. I hoped. Oh, we were just shy of the health we needed. Heck, I think we put up a pretty damn good fight. If that attack had gone one different, it would have been so much different potentially on that. That was like a... That was a attack order determined who won. Still pretty good. Second place. Let's do... I think I got one more in the tank today, guys. So, just... If you're new here, subscribe. Turn on notifications so you know when we go live every day of the week. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the matches and having a good time with it. Like I said, this will be the last one for today, but it should be a good one. Feeling like we're going to have a pretty sick combo. Yeah, I kind of goofed on skipping past the Leroy. It's one of those things where you're going so fast with it, you don't have a ton of time to think, but... So we got tier 7. Oh, Panda Boy. Give this a little extra random in it. Awaiting. Come on, Bob, let's go. 8 inches. Downloaded dad. Ruthless fool.
Long time no see, friend. We missed you.
Ghost dragon. Lol. Definitely faced some lols before. Yeah, when you play a minion and get the hat. Aw, it doesn't give it to the tabby. Panda designer? What in the world?
Have a good battle, friend.
Oh, he definitely won that round. Kind of strange that someone does skeleton on either side, unless that was just kind of random.
Battle is really raging out there.
If you have 2 copies of a minion to find the third, that is so sad. We cannot do that.
Great. Let's get some better minions in here.
I may do that afterwards. We'll see. Going against Naga. He's still tier 1. What you got? Oh, jeez. Alright. Banana double health. Nice, solid turn.
Any defeat that doesn't destroy you.
That's what's up. After you refresh, give a minion blah blah blah. Passive. Let's go with passive. We got Alley Cat. Let's drop that for the extra. Drop that one. Let's grab the triple.
That's a great play. I can't wait to see this shake out.
A little prick of love. We got tier 7s, so we could actually do... I feel like undeads are pretty awesome for tier 7.
Guardians, prepare your magic.
Yeah, you go, Varden. She's lucky the damage cap's 5.
You're good at this.
Perfect. Go up a tier. Fortify. Get rid of the Tabby Cat. And let's go with the Risen Rider. If we can get 1 or 2 buffs to our undead attack, we'll be killing it. 2 turns from Trinket. Secrets of Norganon. We are up to tier 3. We are... It's half and half? Half and half at tier 3. So we're in the top half. But that was one of our first rounds we've won. So let's see how it all plays out. Going against undeads with the reborn rights.
Turn this around.
Okay. Well, if he hits, it's tie. Lovely.
The battle is really raging out there.
Varden quit. So we're gonna go up a tier
I'll make sure these
and grab that
stick around.
cadaver next turn. Absolutely. Nothing like getting a free upgrade. I feel like twice as nice is freaking awesome for secrets too. Wow. That's quick. Blood-soaked tome. I kind of want to go undeads. It's been a while.
Turn this around.
It's been a while since I've done undeads, and I want to. Not yet. It will be. Jeez. Almost losing to a single, like, flighty scout. As soon as we get 1 buff, they'll be good. And the cadaver is kind of the...
Really pulled their weight.
Give your left and rightmost undead reborn. Yeah, we're gonna go with the greater trinket next turn. Let's discover a buddy. Minions in the tavern have +1 attack this game. Taunt, death rattle, make your rightmost minion golden. Let's go with the diver. Really? Okay.
I'm a senior explorer now.
Works for me. Yeah. these clear out the field a little bit. What are we going against? Naga. 4-round win streak with Naga so far. Red Cap Silas. Freaking gnomes. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
All the best minions come here. I've got that.
Yeah, we can use the diver to get whatever to do exactly that. So we're going to rush tier 5. Either way, we're definitely just rocking out quantity over quality at this point. But quantity still wins, even though the undeads aren't buffed at all yet. We get our greater trinket this turn. We're in a pretty good spot. Again, minus the fact that we haven't buffed our undeads at all yet, but...
Your minions really pulled their weight.
Wow. What else is in the game? Beasts, Elementals, Murlocs, Naga, and Undead. That Wicked Tome would actually be kind of crazy. Mug of the Sire is kind of not super useful, and Gold-Plated Compass, I don't really want that right now. I'm going to go with Wicked Tome. We're summoning a lot of undead, like a lot of minions in general. Upgrade the Tavern, gives you 2 gold. Let's do that. Tier 5. And Pagel's kind of dumb because we're doing Secrets of Norganon. We have access to tier 7 anyway, and we're ramping pretty quick. If we weren't playing in a tier 7 lot, I mean, we're also a lot of turns ahead of everybody. We are one of 2 people at tier 5, and they're on a losing streak minus versing the dead guy.
You're doing great out there.
We could try and do Murloc Scam now. Get a reborn. Oh my gosh. Kind of want her to die to this right now. Yeah, get us all those 1/1s. I don't even care that we lost the round. Would have been nice to not lose the round, but.
The battle is really raging out there.
I think I searched this round. Really need to try for Titus or something.
Better hire a recruit.
Or we'll just get straight up super unlucky. That works. Should work. A lot of attack on our undeads. And these 2 will attack and kill themselves first. Hopefully. And then Senior Tome Diver will put it on the Caretaker anyway. So make her gold.
Win this thing.
See? Who needs quality when you have quantity? We still got time to get the ramp going. I mean, honestly, this is just kind of giving us Tavern Spell strength. I don't even know what it's up to now. Take a look when we see a Tavern Spell. Sure. Plus 10, plus 13 on a Fortify. Discover an Undead. Let's do... Not really the best option, but... There's our overfill. Look at that. Not that I really want to buff these, but we'll have her go first. Make him gold. Can't believe that our Tavern spells are already that strong. Plus 10, plus 13. Yeah. Yep, buddy first. And what do we have in the lobby? Undeads as well. The only thing we're missing right now is Titus. And honestly, Titus and Crasher 1 for 1 are equal. Because he'll beat 4-4 instead of 2-2, and Titus would just double, so it's kind of the same thing.
You're doing great out there.
Wow. I should. Yeah, that's true. We have Naga too, so we could use the end of round effects with the tier 6 Naga. Give a minion reborn until next turn. Sure. Let's go with another Mawcaster. Like a shot at the... Yeah, let's do that. If we can get the Naga, the tier 6, that plays the Tavern spell end of round. Hawkstrider Herald also will work amazing. I don't even know. I don't know what I was doing at the end of that. Whoops. I should have probably got rid of a Mawcaster or the Risen Rider, dropped the Handlet, Forsaken down. Didn't matter. The Handless Forsaken effect trigger would have given us more on our minions, though.
You're good at this.
Really need... Alright. Wow, okay, so we can do the Fire Scale Hoarder with the Hawkstrider Herald as well. Or not. Dragon Naga. The only downside to that is she can make him gold, and I don't know if that affected it right away. I don't know. The extra shiny rings I think are going to be better. 22-22. We can get a gold copy of the Fire Scale Hoarder to trigger that effect with. Even better.
I got it. Second hand.
Still put her first, I guess. What's this guy got? Elementals. End of turn effects trigger an extra time. And a pendant. Reborn Right's kind of useless with elementals, except for the 1 tier 6. I do want the extra copy of the ring.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
I have no idea. 'Cause, like, one would technically be triggering, right? You can see.
The battle is really raging out there. That one might make all the difference.
And the Titus Rivendare.
Go big or go home, I always say. A good
Alright, well, we got... Yeah, let's try it out. Do... If this triggers that and makes it gold, if it does trigger it twice, it'll make the Titus Rivendare gold as well. And I'm gonna buff up everything here. That's pretty much the field we need. If Senior Tomb Diver doesn't work that way, we'll adjust it a little bit. But if Hawkstrider Herald makes her effect go off, making him gold, making it trigger it a second time, making it trigger Titus Rivendare, while the Caretaker Cadaver goes off twice, which makes the Caretaker go off 2 extra times, that would be a lot. It's going to be kind of like a back and forth chain effect. And Catacomb Crasher is going to ramp up everything real fast. It would make Titus gold because it would trigger it a second time. You'll see. Gold. Nope, it doesn't trigger it twice. It makes whatever the rightmost minion is gold that isn't gold, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. That was freaking lame. Nope, doesn't matter because the attack order got us killed. It was good in theory, not the best in execution. I think if we had just not done the Hawkstrider Herald, it would have been better on that last turn. If we swapped it the other way. That's okay. What are you going to do? Live and learn. You guys can learn from my epic fails. Guys, with that is going to be the last round of the day. If you enjoy watching the videos, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss when we go live every day of the week, sometimes on weekends, and the times on the weekends are random, so those notifications are super useful. Again, if you enjoyed the stream, hopefully you guys hit like and the whole 9. You guys know how YouTube works. I'll be back tomorrow, and hopefully you guys have a great week if I don't see you in the stream, but everybody have a great night. Hopefully you have better luck in your games than I do, and you've learned something here. Keep your eyes out for videos, and I will see everybody in the next one. Have a great night, Johnny. Peace.